Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong in this situation.
If they start their statement like that, 9 times out of 10, they're wrong. Viewer discretion is advised.
Me and my boy, we had a debate about this situation that I went through because my boy feel like I'm being prideful, and I feel like it was self-respect. I was talking to this guy. The communication was good at first. Then after a few days, he started being very inconsistent. Like, hit me up in the morning, disappear for the rest of the day, hit me up in the morning again, whatever. So I just got tired of it. And one day he hits me up, I reply back to him, he asked me a question, and I just never replied back to him.
Red flag number 1. Now, I haven't heard the whole story. However, just from that part there, it seems to me that you only did not reply back to him because he's been inconsistent. Now, we don't know the reasons for him being inconsistent. However, you adding more fuel to the fire isn't helping the situation.
The next day, he felt the need to hit me up again and say, oh, hey, good morning. By the way, just letting you know, you never replied back to me. In that scenario, I didn't say nothing back to him. Like, I didn't say like, oh, well, I did that because you did that. It's because when I'm first talking to somebody, I like to play dumb because I want to see if you're serious about it.
Well, then, my assumption was correct. You said it yourself. You like to play games. And the games you like to play is you let somebody text you. You don't text back on purpose just to see if they're going to double text you to see if they're serious about you or not, which is very childish if you ask me.
Right? So instead, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I replied back to you. He was like, no, but it's fine. And then he asked me another question, but I was at work. So I wasn't able to respond back to him right away. So he texted me again, like, oh, but what you're doing? So I told him, I'm at work. Disappears. Then the next day, he hits me up like, oh, hey, good morning. What are you doing after work? I ghost him. I never replied back to him.
Okay, so this is your third offense. You still with the ghosting and not replying back to him for what? What are you trying to accomplish here? And not only are you ghosting him, you're also being disingenuous by saying that, oh, I thought I'll text you back, knowing that you did not text him back on purpose. Why are you like this? I thought the premise was to talk to this man. If you don't want to talk to him anymore, stop replying entirely. What's the point of this? You engage in conversation with him, the conversation starts to gain momentum, and you just stop because you're trying to prove what exactly?
And then my boy was like, oh, you see, but that was the opportunity to tell him, like, oh, hey, if you want to continue to speak to me, you should, I want somebody who's going to be consistent and plan dates. Like, I'm not like your last minute thought. And I was like, no, I'm not going to say that to a person that I never met before. I'm not going to go that extra because I feel like I'm doing too much. I feel like if you really liked me from the beginning, you would have been consistent and you would have been planned a date.
Okay, if that is your logic, based on your logic, that means that man does not like you. Why are you still texting back? Why are you even doing the antics that you are doing right now? It doesn't make sense.
Like, me telling him to do that to a person that I never met in life, it's kind of like, I feel like I look desperate. And I feel like I'm doing too much. And he was like, oh, no, you see, that's the pride in you. Sometimes you have to let people know about themselves so they could fix that. If you can't get it right, you can't get that simple part right in the beginning, I could just only imagine how it's going to be the rest of the relationship. So for that, I'd just rather not talk to you. Like, am I wrong for that?
Let me be the first to say I am so happy that both of y'all are not talking anymore. Because if we're being completely honest, neither one of y'all are ready for a relationship. You still playing childish games. He can't be consistent with you. At this point, it's pointless. And for the record, everything your homeboy said was correct. But you know what? You ain't gonna listen to me. I'm just a normal guy.
Just hope if you hit my liquors.
This is what's wrong with society, y'all. This is what's wrong with society. They consider that a strong woman. Oh, she's standing up for herself. Aren't you worried? But I would be worried. I'd be so worried if I knew my daughter was acting like that in public. Listen, I don't know if you're watching this video, but if this video gets to you, I'm gonna tell you, girl, you're so lucky. You are so lucky. You didn't get your rocked. You are so lucky. First of all, I could tell. I'm gonna tell you real quick. You are a representation of your house, of your parents. The way you act in public, that's the way that we see your parents. So when you act like a little disrespectful, combative, rude, oh, look at me, your parents didn't raise you right, or maybe you didn't have parents at the house. Because no way in would a young woman raised the right way put herself in a predicament where she could be harmed severely by another man. That's not strong. Oh, you know, she's just standing up. No, she's not. That's why she has a ring on her finger. That's why that dude's next to her. Listen, a lady, a strong-minded woman, behaves herself, pays herself respect in every situation by not putting herself in harm's way. That gentleman that was just looking at her understands she was not raised the right way, because no woman on earth with good values is gonna do that. The only people that would do this are disrespectful little rude mothers who didn't have discipline at home, who have never been taught to respect your elders. Okay? I don't give a fuck what kind of environment you were raised in. You don't do that. You don't go into somebody's face and start bickering at them, because one day you're not going to bump into the right gentleman. Somebody's going to rock your so hard, you're going to end up in Mars. And here you are with broken teeth. Oh, he attacked me. Verbal attack is still attack. You're still crossing the line. You're still crossing the line. I could press charges on you. You are being combative. You are being rude. You are harassing me. A lot of y'all A lot of y'all weren't taught this. And that's why I'm here to tell you. Don't think that because, oh, I didn't touch him, he can't do. No, trust me. If he feels threatened, he can definitely pursue to defend himself. I don't know about y'all, but that was not strong. That is not mature. You should worry. If you have a child like that, you should definitely worry. You should have a sit down and say, listen, I'm just going to tell you one time. Those teeth, they can get punched. A woman and a man, very different anatomies. Men are stronger. Society is raising y'all's kids. And that's what's going to happen. And that gentleman that was next to her, he's not a gentleman. If that was your son, I'm going to tell you, he's a little. Because why the would you put yourself in a predicament when a woman can put you in a dangerous predicament? That's point number one. Point number two, if that's your chick, shame on you. Shame on you for not knowing how to control her and tell her, hey, you need to chill. Because that shows leadership. So many things are wrong with this video. Tell me what you saw.
One of the most toxic traits that the majority of women have that I don't hear anyone talking about is the way that women will always apologize or tell the truth only after they've been told about the consequences to their actions. Let me explain. If a woman is only telling you the truth after you've threatened to leave, just know that it is a form of manipulation and a form of self-preservation. Because the only reason that she's supposedly being honest is because she doesn't want to have to deal with the consequences to her actions. And let me give you an example. Let's say you tell your wife or girlfriend that you don't want her having Snapchat, but she turns around and she's been having Snapchat behind your back. And you question her about it and you're like, you know what? I'm not cool with you lying. I'm out of here because you have self-respect, you have morals, you have self-worth. And you're like, no, that was a boundary for me. I'm cutting you off. I'm never talking to you again. And now all of a sudden she's going to tell you that she has Snapchat, that, you know, she hasn't been happy. She's telling you that, you know, all of the things that are supposedly wrong in the relationship, and she's finally being a truth teller. Again, it is not to be an honest person. And this is where it gets twisted. When she gets into that next relationship and she starts telling the new guy, oh, but I was so honest. I was so upfront. I always told the truth. She leaves out the part in the situation where she only told the truth to keep her in this relationship or to keep her from accountability and to deal with the consequences of her own actions. Because is it really honest behavior or somebody that has integrity if she's waiting until all of the cards fall against her and not in her favor for her to be honest? No, that's fake, that's manipulation, and you shouldn't be falling for it. The majority of women are not telling you the truth because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or the majority of women are lying to you because they don't want to deal with how you might react. Okay, bye.
You know what I would never understand?
No, but I am sure you're going to tell us. Viewer discretion is advised.
I would never understand a man who is just like, well, I text you last, so I wasn't going to double text you.
I can definitely understand his concern. But my question to you is, why didn't you text him back? Answer that for us. Because a lot of y'all be grown as playing these child games like, oh, I'm just not going to text him back and see if he double text. That's pointless. It really is. If you want to talk to someone, text them back, call them, whatever it is, just do it. But unfortunately, a lot of y'all don't like to reciprocate when y'all dealing with men. Y'all just feel like he should do all the footwork in order for y'all to get to wherever it is y'all want to be. And then when responses like this come back, now it's like, oh, whoa, you're being sassy. Get the on, man.
You want a boyfriend. You want a boyfriend. You want to be chased. You want flowers. You want to be taken on a date. God, leave. You want a boyfriend. I get it.
Only in 2025 where a man wanting reciprocation makes him. Yeah. And to add insult to injury, I firmly believe you guys do not understand the concept of texting. Here we go, okay? If I send you a message, you send one back. That's it. And you just keep that. You just tennis that back and forth until you guys come to a conclusion and the conversation is over. However, if I send you a message, right, and you don't send one back, then I am just waiting on your message. Now, if you decide you do not want to respond to my message, why the would you assume that I'm going to send you another one? That would defeat the purpose. It is your responsibility to respond to my initial message. If I send you two messages, now you're not responding into the second one. You're responding to the first one that I initially sent. It makes things real complicated. When you saw my message to begin with, y'all are too grown to be playing these childish games. And I'm sick of it. I really am. I see why a lot of y'all are single. And honestly, I deserve it. But you know what? Fortunately for y'all ain't got to listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. That could be changed.
Yeah, I think I agree with self-checkout. That woman was talking about, am I right, am I wrong? Both of y'all need to go sit down. Just sit down. Number one. Number two, I wouldn't have even made that video. That's what I'm saying. There was another clip that I was commenting on recently where the woman was like, what do you think that social media is going to say? I don't care what social media is going to say, because what's right and what's right is what's right. It don't matter what they talk about. What's right is what's right. And that's what modern women think about. They think about what everybody else is going to say. It don't matter. And you know, you have a lot of women say, you, yes, queen. Oh, go off, and be dead wrong. Be dead wrong. Lying and carrying on. Dead wrong. Yes, queen. Yeah, that's a little toxic, but I love a little toxic. And you never learn your lesson. And so we come over here with this clip where the woman talking about, am I wrong? I was ignoring him, and I understand what you want. The man to chase you is what you want. You want the man to, I want you to really take control. I want you to really take charge and show me that you want me, right? Let me go ahead. Yeah, she thinks she's cute, which she takes care of herself. She has nice hair. Nice hair. She's cute. So she's thinking at this point in time, because she takes care of herself, then the man's supposed to really just pine over her. I'm like, I'm gonna cream the crop. I mean, I'm sure to somebody you are, but that doesn't mean you keep on disrespecting people. Text back like a normal person, man.
To the untrained eye, that may come off as some innocent joke, but we all know every joke contains some truth. I think it's time for us to look more closely into who we decided to marry. Because our initial impact, I was like, I don't really like this joke, but whatever. And then I go into the comment section. This is where things get interesting. Rose says, when my dad retired, my mom cried for a week. You gotta be kidding me, with 26.1 thousand likes. You know how much someone gotta hate you for them to cry for a whole week just because you retired? Mind you, retiring is a good thing. Boy, that's wild. But anyways, Mama Lynn says, nothing's going to be clean no matter how much you clean it for that entire week. Okay, so what? And if it's really that big of a deal, you sit down with your husband, you have a conversation. Hey, when I'm cleaning something, I don't need y'all to come and dirty it. And if y'all do dirty it, clean it up yourself. Jasmine90 says, so we all don't like our husbands to be at home. Yeah, of course y'all don't. Y'all just want workhorses. Y'all want men that go to work nonstop, pay all the bills. They never get to actually enjoy none of the money that they've made at said job. Like, how horrible of an individual you gotta be to marry someone and not want to be around them in any way, shape, or form, especially for an extended period of time. And that comment got 9,000 plus likes. This is insane. Viola T says, mine recently retired and I am 15.9 thousand likes. Viola, why would you marry a man just to feel like you weren't with him? The decisions y'all make. Y'all marry people y'all don't like. Y'all just marry men that are going to pay your bills and take care of you. It's not because you actually want to be with this person. You deserve to be in for that. Cody says, my husband works from home now, going on 4 years of it. Send help. 2,000 plus likes. After a while, it comes to a point where these things are not even jokes anymore. Too many women are saying the same thing. Like, there's no way. That God says, may this love never find me. And the creator that created the original video sent him this response with the stale face. Yeah, may that love never find me as well. Because what the why wouldn't you want to be around your partners, let alone someone you married? Kat says, no, because why would they do that? Because they got vacation or they want to be at home. They want to enjoy the money that they've made at this job. They've been working nonstop probably. That's why they would do that, Kat. Blue Lantern Berry says, what is it like to be married to someone you don't like? ? The creator of the original video says, I don't know, Blue Lantern Berry. My husband is a happy camper. Don't you worry, buddy. Yeah, their husbands are always happy campers when they doing some online. I'll be damned. I'm working my off, breaking my back, and my wife is at home, taken care of. And instead of reciprocating, she's online making videos about hating the fact that I'm going to be home for a week. Get the out of here, man. Kale says, OMG, I found my people. You know, this is all fun and games until one of their husbands sees this post, see them in the comments on this post, and decide to, go his separate way. And then all of a sudden, men ain't. But you know what? I know they ain't gonna listen to I'm saying? Because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep it change.
There's been a recent trend of women expressing how much they hate their husbands on social media. Let's watch a couple of videos and I'm going to react to them. So check this out.
Ever wish your husband would just cheat on you, hoping and praying that you'll find out he's got an affair going on at work or with the neighbor, with anyone for that matter? If you found photos or text messages in his phone, you would be so relieved, because you're at that miserable part of the marriage right now where you're not even hoping for a miracle. You're just looking for a way out. Because if he cheats, the universe just hands you a permission slip. It's a green flag to go.
Leave if you're miserable. I can't stand this. Let's continue watching.
You know you'd have to put on a little bit of an act. Maybe splash some water on your face, look like you were crying, yell a little bit, stomp around. All for theatrics though. In your heart you're thinking, yes, I'm finally free. No one's going to blame you, because you know how people treat a woman when she leaves without a valid reason. She's demonized. If he's cheating, now everyone sends sympathy cards.
Unbelievable.
You show up at your door with a casserole. For the hero, you get to rebrand. You walk away cool and calm like Angela Bassett and Waiting to Exhale.
And believe it or not, this video has gone viral, and there are many women who feel the exact same way. Look at the comments. Cheating is for amateurs. I dream of the unfortunate accident that leaves me a widow with a big pension and annuity. That would be so much easier. Everyone else sees the good guy. They don't live with him. And then we have, I never wanted to say this out loud, but yes. You know, I don't blame people not wanting to get married anymore. When they see videos like this, they're going to tell themselves, why the f- would I want to end up like you and hate my husband and just hate my life? Look, if you hate your life this much, then do yourself a favor and get divorced. Go file for it. Who gives a how people see you? But you saw what she said, and many women think this way. They don't want to look like the bad guy for leaving a bad person, so they're waiting for him to falter. And I've actually had female clients confess this to me. They withheld from men because they knew if they withheld from their husband, eventually they would crack and cheat. So they purposely set up the board waiting for him to cheat, monitoring his texts, monitoring his phone, his location. And when the suspicion came about, and eventually he did, because, you know, that's a big part of the relationship, they falter, they cheat, and then they bust them. And I don't know who's at fault here, but you know what? If you're like these individuals, and believe it or not, there are millions of married couples who aren't filing yet because they're waiting for situations like this. They can't stand each other. They don't want to be the bad guy. They're waiting for the other one to ask for the divorce so they can tell all their friends, I didn't want it, they did. If you're this miserable, it's beyond repair. Do yourself a favor and leave. Be an adult, take some accountability, take ownership, initiative, and move forward and file and go on with your life. Because this is a pathetic existence.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to provide for me? That's what you would teach your daughter? That's what you would teach your daughter?
Oh, teach your daughter, I'm sorry.
She just having with a man that doesn't want to protect and provide for her? Like what?
I rather invest in my female than give my female. And that's the problem.
Never invested in me.
Because you had bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school.
And which was a bad
income.
Which was a bad investment. Right.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to my man Cam for remaining respectful and equanimous, because you could literally feel the acrimony coming from her through your phone screen. Now, I don't want to spend not one moment trying to surmise on every detail of their relationship, so let's just talk about what they put in front of us. In that interview, she never said anything that was negative about his character, but to try to indict his manhood simply because he did not want to blow money on a half-baked, desultory business ideal is shameful. Shame on you for trying to get on the internet and make this man seem less of a man. I don't believe Cam was at fault. I don't even believe that it wasn't because he didn't love you. I don't believe it's because he's circumspect. I don't believe that he was trying to be mean. I truly and genuinely believe that you thought because he had money, you can use his money to experiment with. What is your track record? What have you been successful in? What have you done besides get dressed and look cute on Instagram? See, and that's the thing. Modern day women think being beautiful is an accomplishment, but being beautiful is not an accomplishment. Even banks want to know your track record. Even banks want to see that you're profitable. Even banks want to know that they can get an ROI or what that ROI may be. You have to have a track record. What have you been successful at in life where you expect this man to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars hard earned on your desultory ideal? Now, and I get it. You're not going to have all the answers anytime you start a business. But look, check this out. Go be heuristic on your own dime. That man worked hard for his money, and clearly he knows how to build something. He took a podcast that was obscure 5 years ago, and now it has become ubiquitous. So maybe if she would have put her emotions away and listened to him and understood that providing, as she said, providing stretches beyond just paying money financially. It's also providing you a business plan. It's also providing you the intangibles that you're lacking so that business can thrive, which I'm sure that you push back against. You didn't want that. You just wanted his money. And I'm willing to bet my last dime that Cam could feel it in his solar plexus that all you wanted was his money. And this is why you're not supposed to give a woman too much too fast, because she'll fall in love with your hand and not your heart. In a situation like that, I think he did the right thing. Let me tell you some advice for all the women that are listening. A man will be willing to spend anything on a woman who can multiply his worth. You appear to be a net negative, my good sis.
I don't think it is healthy for a man to be head over heels in love with a. I don't think that a man who is on a mission and genuinely has plans to do something great in this world, I don't think it's healthy for you to be head over heels in love with a. I don't. Because the truth of the matter is, us men, we love hard. I think that men actually personify the true meaning of love. We're willing to die for you. We're willing to go to war for you. We're willing to sacrifice for you. We're willing to protect you. We really love you. We are really willing to put it on the line for you. Whereas women, and this is no knock to women, I love my women, but this is just genuinely how you guys are biologically wired. The moment you don't have respect for a man anymore, the love is gone. You guys are primarily loyal to your emotions, and your emotions can be dictated off of what your opinion is. You could wake up one day, and because of your own opinions and your own emotions and your own feelings, and maybe whatever someone else told you or whatever friends, family, okay, you could decide one day that this nigga is not the nigga you genuinely love and respect anymore. And once they don't respect you, it's over. Even though the whole time they could be wrong, which a lot of the times they are. That's why they try to circle back. When they leave you and you elevate, they try to circle back. Oh, fuck, I made a mistake. And that's no knock to women. It's actually just truth and realization.
And once again, we can go back to the clip where Ruda, he was talking about, I think she was talking about, with the comment saying something like, I can't wait until my husband, kind of passes away so I can get his pension and live peacefully or whatever and whatnot. These modern women, man, they don't really like men like that. And that's what men are finding out. That's what men are seeing through and through. I know you don't like me. I know you don't want to be around me, but you want my money. And when I go off on you because you've been disrespectful and you still expect me to pay for the lunch, for the dinners, for the vacations, for the hair, for the nails, I go off on you because you're talking to me crazy. But then in the next second, you're asking me for my credit card. Now we have a problem. You need to learn to be quiet. That's what modern women don't understand. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying in another comment. Modern, oh, I just love you so much. But then they be disrespecting you. That's why I don't want to be around you, because you don't respect anybody. Modern women don't respect anything that a man has going on. And that's why a lot of men stay away from dating.
And you tell me, I'm gonna ask you, would your wife be going out with her guy friend at night? Hold on, she gonna leave the house fully dressed, looking good, saying, baby, I'm about to go have dinner with my guy friend, and y'all are married 5 years in?
How do I say this respectfully? It won't even be a thought. You know what I'm saying? Because it wouldn't even be a thought for me to even say, babe, I'm about to go out with such and such. That's not even a thought for me when I'm dating.
Come on.
To go out and to do that. Because what really blew us up was she said that she was going out with her lady friends for dinner. Call her. She says, I'm out.
You called or you FaceTime?
I called her. I ain't FaceTime her.
Okay.
I called her and I said, I was talking. She said, yeah, we're waiting on our car. Well, I heard like two guys right next to her. Some of my car's on the way. Hey, babe, the car be right there. I ain't say nothing because I'm not a confrontational type, but I do have a conversation. So when we get home, she gets home, she calls me, says, hey, I made it home safe. I was like, hey, babe, did you go out with your male friends? She was like, she got quiet. She said, no. I said, oh, okay. And that's all I said.
Okay.
But she thought that I was accusing her of lying. And I literally just said, hey, listen, I was just concerned because one, I hurt men and I didn't know what was going on, but you gave me your answer, so we good. Let's move on. Yeah. But she blew that up and called me narcissist, controlling. I don't trust her. I said, you know what, then that's fine. Since I'm a narcissist, since I'm controlling, and since I don't trust you, let's just end the relationship.
So, and this is a very unpopular opinion, what I'm about to say, and I'm okay with that, and I don't care.
Okay.
Because it's also why the divorce rate is high, and it's also why people can't even get in relationships, let alone sustain relationships, because of what you just said. Now, as soon as you let her know, if okay, let's just say this woman wanted to be with you, and she was open to, you want a family, you want to be married, and she said, I want this too. As soon as you gave her the hint that you thought or felt there was a man, or you thought or felt something was going on, the point is you were seeking some clarity. As soon as she felt that, unpopular opinions coming right now,
Okay.
but it's a fact, and people can run the way they want, but they should run this play, and more relationships will be healthy. At that moment, it was her responsibility, if she's choosing you. Now, if she's not, she ain't got to do nothing. But if I'm choosing you, it's my responsibility to say, okay, baby needs clarity. I'm feeling it. I'm picking up what he's putting down. So next time I go to dinner, even if before you call me, but just say you called regular, I'm hitting FaceTime. Hey babe, I'm sitting here waiting for my car and and I'm having this conversation. And then when I get in my car, I'm gonna say, okay.
Okay, so now tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. So I take this girl to Trulux and she orders the prime ribeye medium with the king crab truffle butter. It looked amazing. It looked amazing. She doesn't finish it, puts it in to-go box. We end up leaving. I drop her off at her place. She gives me the weakest side hug ever. I was like, all right, I can tell. Like, I'm never probably gonna see you again. I was fine with that, but cool. I get to driving up the street. I'm probably like 3 minutes up the road, and I see her calling, and then I look in the back seat and I see the to-go box. Am I wrong for putting my phone on do not disturb? I hit her back once I got home, but am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Right.
I like
I'm
the
with
fact
you when
that
you're
you
right.
did that. I'm like the fact that you did that, because the way she treated you, right? When she got out the car, and you got to be able to read body language. You got to understand mannerisms. You understand, in that situation, she knew she didn't like you, but she basically saw you as the food guy. You were the food guy. I'm glad you kept that meal, young bull. I'm glad you kept that meal.
Yeah.
You got to understand, never date the women you like. Don't chase after women you like. Date the ones that like you. It makes the transition into doing what you want so much more smoother and peaceful. Women know they have no interest in those type of individuals. They're really not attracted to them. But oh, wait, you want to take me out? Oh, a free meal? They're definitely going. They're definitely going. You got to be able to decipher the two. Especially a woman that would say, we have to go to certain restaurants. We got to go on a certain outing for it to be considered a date.
Yeah.
That's a red flag in itself.
Yeah, I think the thing is, but he picked up on it earlier. He said she gave him the weakest goodbye ever. Right. It probably meant that he wasn't going to see her again. So he picked up on it. Maybe it was a little bit too late. She had already got the meal out of, because it's hard to tell, Ocho, because he's like, let's go out to eat. I want to get to know you, so forth and so on. So everybody's saying all the right things. It's not until you actually get on there, you get to talking and everything that you like, nah, this is probably not it.
Yeah. And you know what, one thing, and I hate, and I can share this, because of my dating experiences. The one thing I hate about dating or meeting someone new is you never know who they really are, because all you're meeting their representative.
Correct.
You meet everybody's representative, and you never know a person's true colors until things aren't going well. It's easy. It's easy to be in love. It's easy to be all happy and when things are going right. When the situation itself is beneficial and it's convenient, but you never see a person's true colors, it goes wrong. True. And that's when you know who you really have. And I hate that it has to come to that for those true intentions to be revealed.
Because what I've learned from my show, the number one reason why some men are still open to marriage, the men that are, is because of children. Like, they want a legacy. Like, that's important to them. And they can't. Why'd you make that face? Oh my God. But that's the truth, Joy. Like, the
legacy what?
What do you mean,
do you
legacy?
have castles? What are you passing on?
Oh my God, Joy.
Besides generational trauma and bad hairlines,
Joy.
Beards that don't connect. Ugh, this legacy is nonsense. I can't.
Oh my God.
What?
It's hilarious listening to Joy Taylor be critical of men, hairlines, and whatever it is that she's saying. Meanwhile, you would expect women to have this type of mouth when they are walking around looking like God's gift. And I look at her and I'm just like, What? What's the big deal here? She talks with the same spitefulness that she talked when she was in her early 20s. The only difference is that now she has 20 extra years of pain through her failed relationships, and it comes out in her talking points.
That's the truth.
So the men that I find that call into my show that are like serious about marriage and really looking for that, they're the men who want to be a part of their children's lives. They want, they want a legacy. They want a family. And that is,
can we just say they want a family?
No, they want a legacy though. Like
no one's going to talk about it.
They really say
in 3
it, Joy.
generations, no one's going to remember your name.
That is not true.
It is true.
That's currently true for many Black Americans because 3 to 4 generations ago, we were slaves. But it doesn't mean it has to be true for the next 3 to 4 generations, damn it. And now that we have the opportunity to build things such as generational wealth, legacy building is possible. It just depends how it's done. But your selfishness is on display, or rather, it's your degree of cope because you've been unable to have a man retain you long enough for this. So you're just unleashing your trauma onto the world. The level of cope here is inspiring.
We think we are the sun, the moon, and the fucking stars. You are a person, and more than likely, no one is writing songs about you, okay? But if we have children because you want to be a good parent, and you want a family, and you want to have that experience in this lifetime. This legacy live on. Oh, you've done nothing in this life. But I'm saying that so often I hear men be like, I want a legacy. You're not a good person. Because if you're just trying to have children, you don't want a legacy. You're making another broken family. You're bringing children into this world who have to struggle through you not being in the home. What the f are you talking about? If you don't have a wife, don't say the word legacy to me, please.
The trauma.
I am in love with 2 men at once, and I don't know what to do. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm in this, I get to pick. I make the rules now. I'm in love with both, and I'm not going to decide in the next 24 hours.
This is just another reason why men don't want relationships today. Because he could be in a full-blown pursuit of a woman that he really likes, and he has no idea that she feels very strongly for him and another man. Unfortunately, this woman does not see what is so wrong with this. Fortunately, she's going to learn her lesson the hard way. Because the reason why that woman is so happy is because she has 2 men putting in effort towards her. She likes them together as a unit, as one man, but the reality is that they aren't one man, they are 2 men. One of 2 things is going to happen here. Number 1, they are both going to find out about each other, and then they're going to dump her, and then she's going to be super depressed because she's going to go from having 2 people pursuing her to 0. Or second, she's going to choose one, and then she's not going to be happy with that one. She's going to be in a terrible relationship where she is extremely unhappy because she was used to having the effort of 2 men, not just one. And of course, the man that she ends up choosing, I mean, he's going to be put through the ringer here. Let's not forget about him. But the bottom line is that that woman is going to compare all of her future relationships and dating experiences to this moment of having 2 men that like her at once. So that woman is going to be chasing that feeling forever on, and of course, she's never actually going to obtain it. Hence, unhappiness forever.
A lot of these modern women, the clip where Dr. Cheyenne Bryant or Dr. Bryant was talking about, I think she was talking to Anthony O'Neill, and he was saying, you know what, let's go. Now this man has money. This man has money. I want you to know that. He may be not super rich, but he got a little bit of money, right? So he's talking to Anthony O'Neill about the relationship, and he said, hey, were you with some men? I'm not confrontational, but I want to know, oh, you controlling, you this, you that. I don't care what you call me. Did you go out there and did you cross a boundary? Because once again, we're running right back up on respect. Modern women want love. Men want respect. Well, if you love me, you wouldn't care. You would allow me to be free and cross a boundary. Bars. You allow me to be free and cross this boundary. Did you go out with the men? And I said to you, I was uncomfortable with that. Well, you know why this did. Did you go out with the men? And I said I was uncomfortable with that. Okay then. Maybe we should end the relationship right here, because modern women, they don't want to deal with respect. They want to deal with how I feel, what I want to do whenever I want to do it, and he should love me enough to set me free. Stupid. You can be free. You're in a relationship now, dummy.
Yes, this video is going to anger some people, and you know, we got to get into it. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video unless you just want to hear me do it. From Fake Bougie. This is from a good brother, apparently. He says, "Hey, happy early birthday, baby. Love you forever." Infinity sign. Let's stop with the infinity sign. Anyway, wishing you many more. I'll be sleep at 12, so telling you now. LOL. $2,000 on the Apple Pay. Sends her $2,000. Her response, "Thanks, but I'ma send it back. I just feel like we've been together way too long for me to only get $2,000 for my birthday." First of all, somebody get one of my sisters on the phone so they can go beat her up. Yeah, get them on the phone. Any 5 of them, just call one of them. You spend that on food in a month. First of all, get out my pockets. Don't wonder what I spend on my food every month. You ain't spending that. You understand? I'm sending you $2,000. She then goes on to say, "And I'm not being ungrateful." That's how you know she knows she's being ungrateful. "I just know my worth. Thank you, though, Cavante." I don't have time to discuss why these names, people. Parents, please stop butchering these kids' experiences in school, because this got to get called out. You understand? And I didn't even know that's how you would spell Cavante, but apparently that's how you do it. "Thank you, though, Cavante. You've always been sweet. But as men out here really trying to spin a bag on me, since when is $2,000 not a bag? In what world is $2,000 not a bag? 15 cents is a bag if you go to the right grocery store. You mean to tell me you don't appreciate $2,000 of not your money that's gifted to you? It's a gift. All right, he don't owe you this money. This is a gift. He's giving you this before your birthday, low key, because he got to go to sleep before your actual birthday. And you don't appreciate this. First of all, thank you for sending it back. Because now I'm about to go send 500 to 4 girls, you understand? And get way more return on my investment. Shirts are from Tyler Chronicles. Let me tell you something. The disrespect out here is crazy. Ooh, the stuff y'all be going through. Have you gone through something like this? What are your thoughts on what this ungrateful queen, she's not a queen, what are your thoughts on what this ungrateful woman did? She pocket watching. If she telling him this is more than what he spend, this is less than what he spent on food in a month. How much you spending on food? You understand? It could have been $2,000, but you played yourself. Put a quarter in yet.
I don't think date nights can ever get old, but I think so many years down the road, to keep things exciting, I think kids help that in a relationship. I see the point of kids after you've been with someone for so long.
So basically what you just said across the table is, you will get bored of me.
I gotcha.
I'm not going to get bored of you.
How did you navigate breaking up in front of the world, Nikki?
Well, having 2 public breakups.
Almost 4 years ago, we made a video about John Cena insisting that Nikki Bella sign an airtight relationship contract. They weren't even married. Nikki was just moving into his house, and John already knew what time it was. 75 pages. You could see the point he was making.
You're right. I should have told you before you packed the first box. I guess the reason I didn't ask you when I asked is because I didn't want to take something so wonderful and immediately get off with something so business. This is what my life is. This is what it's become. You met my family. You think my mom paid for that house herself?
Yeah.
She didn't. My brother lives in that house. Come on. They're expecting a child. My younger brother's got medical problems. I make sure he's okay. I always tell them I'm a horse brother, but I try the best to be the best provider that I can. I just don't want to ever be in a position where that's in jeopardy.
John Cena.
Oh, that brother. Good. Hold on. You want to talk about breaking down by the molecules of how a masculine man communicates with a woman to establish order? That is a shining example.
So our settlement is what everyone saw. Yes, I had to give him $200,000.
That's what happens when you're the breadwinner.
The breadwinner. You know, the one thing is our judge, we did private mediation, said at the end of it, this is the first time in all the years I've done this where a woman had to pay a man.
Right.
Now let me tell you the learning lesson. If you ever get married again, promise me you will make them sign a prenup.
And let's be clear, this was a steal with a net worth of $10 million, a $200,000 payout is getting off easy. Women only understand the value of a prenup when their money is on the line.
It's just so funny is that when women talk about this on their platforms, often they are exalted for the information, right? Like, meanwhile, on this side of the internet, men saying the exact same thing to men, when it impacts men way more often. I looked out at my comment section and I'm a red pill incel little dick bitch. Why y'all do me like that?
How do you be a good side piece? This sounds crazy. Yes.
How are you? It's
You're not going to be proud of me. I'm in trouble. I need you. Actually, this isn't a happy call. So I, was celibate 5 years and I ended up meeting someone in October. He flew me out to Miami. We had intimacy. We started dating and he told me he wasn't with anyone else. He does live outside of the country, so he comes to US periodically for work. Actually, I found out he was married.
Did you break things off?
Initially, yes, and then no.
So what do you want to do now?
It gets worse. Ashley! He's not leaving his wife.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
And what's worse is that he has multiple girlfriends. And I thought that I was the only one. He was like, listen, if I'm cheating on my wife, what makes you think that I wouldn't be? I don't know how to explain this.
That's kind of logical if you're asking me. That's a logical point. If he cheats on his wife, then of course he would cheat on you. Well, I can't say it's cheating, but yeah, of course he has other girls. That's logical.
That is? I thought it was insane. Oh, but he was upset with me for getting upset because he was like, what do you expect? If I'm going to cheat on my wife, why would I just have one person? I ended up crashing out, and I wonder, Ashley, because I want to be with a certain type of man, provider type person. I always have this anxiety of they can do anything. They have the funding and the material to be able to do anything.
Yeah, that comes with the territory, yeah. If you're dating, the guy who has the money and he's not faithful and he has a wife already, yeah, girl,
He had the audacity to break up with me. The fuck?
I'm going to be very honest with you. He feels like if I'm cheating on my wife, and I'm sure him and his wife already get into it, or he just feels like family life is already hectic enough for him, he needs an escape. He's thinking if I'm with my side chick, it should be very easygoing. I shouldn't be arguing with my side chick. I will argue with my wife because that's why I put a ring on their finger, but not the side. No. You're supposed to be there to make life easier. Things should be seamless. We should be having fun, going out.
You sound exactly like him!
But that's what it is.
What?
Oh, Ann, girl, you got a lot to learn. Yeah.
He said exactly what you said verbatim, which is crazy.
So I'm being keep real. You showed your crazy side. Now you're like, oh, she crazy. I gotta go. I really gotta go now. Oh, no. Crazy. Oh, he used that word. He said it. Crazy. Got to go. So
he bought me a Chanel. How do you be a good side piece?
You really need to work on yourself mentally and physically. But the Ann that came up here on the first live who was standing in front of that stove, she was a lot slimmer than the girl standing here in front of me.
What does he have to look like?
He has to be someone who's fit. I'm not compromising on this. He has to be someone who's fit and someone who takes pride in the way he carries himself.
Now this Ann, I don't know what's going on. That tells me feelings. We're eating from emotion. Yeah. We're not moving as much. Yeah. So I want you to work on yourself before we think about a man, mentally and physically.
The way that you have dealt with the women on stage tonight, are you okay with somebody dealing with your daughter or your mother like that?
Yes. I've been on my show several times, and I tell her the real. Come over here and say some, I'm going to check it. That's the problem with women. That's why they end up being statistics. That's why they end up like them. Because nobody correct, and the check's wrong when it's wrong. The fact of the matter is, you coming on a situation and talk about something, somebody might talk to you. There's consequences and repercussions for every action. And I teach all of my daughters that. I say, hey, you want to get pregnant? Don't think daddy's watching it. Kid, I didn't have mine. There are consequences and repercussions for your actions. My job as a father is to protect my child and teach my child the things that they need to watch out for becoming adults. So yes. That's your question. Thank you for the question.
Ask your question, Erica. Ask your question.
You are two men with girlfriends. So you guys, your show is catering to your audience, which I totally understand because I'm not the person that I am on my show, right? But it's giving very misogynistic because the girls.
No, misogynistic is Jocelyn Hernandez calling you a your face. She can do it.
Y'all hoes at? Where y'all hoes at? Where y'all bitches at?
She can do it. It's saying you bitches ain't got nothing. Y'all sit there and dance for it.
Wipe your nose, this lady is stupid. She's scared to come back, or I fire her?
That's misogynistic. Oh, so it's not misogynistic when Jocelyn do it. But if I tell you the truth about you, now I'm misogynistic. Oh, so she can call you a bitch, and I never called you out your name.
Look at the fly, won't even get away from you. You so even the flies on you.
A fly? Oh, she can call you. She can disrespect you, but all I do is talk loud like a damn drill sergeant. Oh, it's misogynistic when I do it, but it's not misogynistic when she do. Okay. Yeah, ugly money. This Thursday, Big Russ got Belly Gang Kush coming to the Southside Lounge. Lil Scrappy, Lil Zane, Big Belly Gang Cushington. This the introduction. Go ahead and text this number if you're trying to perform. And ladies, y'all free till 11:30. Y'all better pull up. They're going to 3 a.m. I'm going to see y'all on the Southside. It's the introduction. Bounce that ass just like your friend do.
You know, modern women are involved in a whole bunch of stuff that they have no business being involved in. I think, you know, going back to the clip where the man gave her $2,000 for her birthday and she was still not happy about that. I mean, my God, what are we talking about here? It's $2,000. Go buy you a nice lunch, put that on your rent, put that on your phone bill, or buy you a nice bag. It's $2,000, but modern women figure out how to be stupid in the situations that, I mean, modern women, they get layups. I'm giving you a layup and you decide to complain. This has got to be a joke. It has to be a joke. To be honest with you, like this has got to be, you know, one of those fake text messages going around. I refuse to believe that there are women out here that get $2,000 and start talking stupid like this. I refuse to believe that. Caught up in stupid stuff. And then you go to the clip to where the woman was talking about, well, you know, I want to be a side chick. I want to be a side chick. What? 32-year-old engineer is entangled with a married African millionaire. She wants tips to be the best side chick. So I'm not worried about love. I'm worried about money. Entangled. Now, if his wife then came out there on you with a little something on her side and decided to go ahead and take you out, then y'all be mad. Y'all be screaming for justice. But you put yourself in this position. Modern women, at some point in time, y'all got to learn to act right.